Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is July 9th, and we are now in our Prüfungswoche. That's finals week here at the Technische Hochschule. Just wanted to do a quick check-in. It's been a little bit since my last my last vlog. Been pretty darn busy these past few weeks preparing for these exams. I'm still studying, still preparing right now. So today is Tuesday, the 9th of July. Tomorrow, the 8th, boom. Up to bat. My first one is dynamics. I've been testing myself, making sure to try to solve these problems fast. I mentioned before in previous vlogs, the university posts all of their old Klausuren, the final exams. They post all the old exams from past semesters so that we can practice with them. I noticed that they don't do like the very recent ones, but from like 2016, 2017, and before that, they will have the exams posted for all of the students to practice with. So it's incredibly helpful. My tutor advised that I run through all of them that I possibly could, the more the better, twice. And he said, if you can do that and you can start getting quick, you know, the second time around, time yourself and try to really get them solved fast, quickly, then shouldn't be any surprises and everything should go well for the Klausur. So that's what I'm doing today and all day yesterday and all last weekend and yada yada yada. Especially today, I'm really going to be timing myself to make sure that I can knock these problems out fast. And the good thing is that my tutor, he can only do so much for me, but he was able to kind of give me some example problems to work through. So he said, hey, you know, here's like literally like 24 problems. He's like, 4 of these problems are going to be very, very similar to what you'll see on the exam. So I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, he's trying to help me, but of course he's, you know, he's being ethical about it, you know, so he's not telling me what's going to be on the exam, of course, because he actually has already seen the exam. He's actually translating it for me. Now, the reason why he's translating it for me is so that I will be kind of up to par with everybody else. And although I know a good amount of German by now, and I've been speaking German for a whole year, a lot of the technical terminology that comes with it, and especially with how quick we have to be, that's one of the issues within the Klausur. So I'll have that translation just to help me, you know, understand the problem and then get right to solving it. So I appreciated that. That's for dynamics, and that's for tomorrow. Now, next week, next Wednesday will be, next Monday will be strength and materials Klausur. Now, the good thing is that I'll have dynamics out of the way, and then I'll have plenty of time to focus on strength and materials. There's still quite a bit of the old Klausuren that I have to run through, but I kind of purposefully put it on the back burner so I can just focus on dynamics right now. Now, those are the only 2 engineering classes that I'm taking right now. Strength and materials and dynamics. 2 engineering mechanics courses. Almost every engineer has to take them. There are a couple of the more difficult classes that you'll get in undergraduate engineering, aside from like design classes and you know, machine design and other courses. I mean, there's plenty that I can name. So yeah, so I am thankful that I'll be able to just look at the translation of the dynamics exam, read it through, boom, cool, and then I'll be able to just work and not spend an extra minute thinking, oh wait, what does this word mean again? Or what is it in this context? There won't be any of that. I'll just get right to it. Strength and materials. I feel good about it, but I mean, these Germans, they really go in depth on these exams. So I mean, if you didn't remember that one thing back in the first chapter on normal stress, or even in the 3rd chapter on, you know, safety factors and things like that, like you really have to take everything into account when you are preparing for the exams. And so basically, I'll have the whole weekend to be able to prepare for that Klausur, and then be able to wrap it up, and then I'll basically be done as of next Monday. So that'll be pretty exciting. You know, I'll wait to celebrate. I just saw one of my classmates right there. He actually is taking the same 2 classes that I'm taking in Germany, or at least at the Hochschule here. Normally you take statics, you take strength of materials, and then you take dynamics, but you don't normally mix any of them. You can't mix statics and strength of materials because they build on each other. But in the States, a lot of people take dynamics and strengths together, no biggie. But here, they teach them in a certain order. Statics, strengths, and then dynamics. But this guy is actually, he's in both of my classes, so I don't know if he like failed one of them and he has to repeat it, and then he's just taking dynamics at the same time. Who knows? Who cares? So yeah, I'll have that time after tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll have the rest of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Almost 4.5 days to go through all of the TM2, which is Festigkeitslehre, strengths. I'll have a lot of that time to prepare for that. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm nervous as hell, but I do feel good about the whole experience here. It's been amazing. It really has been amazing. I'm so glad everything came through. I had a feeling like, man, I don't know if this is really gonna go through, man. Like, I'm doing 1 semester, like learning German, like, and I've always wanted to do that, but I really just want to get to the engineering. And the only way that I could do that is if I freaking learn German first, like learn it really well. I didn't learn it, I lost a lot of my German from like back in high school and when I studied abroad after high school for 2 months. I was a little bit skeptical about the program, but man, has everything really come together. Everything has really come together even better than I had anticipated. And the goals that I originally set out to do have all come true. I've satisfied all those. Now it's just up to the exams, of course. But I did 1 semester at the University of Tübingen, did well that semester, transferred to Ulm, found a home, made it happen, found a kindergarten for Ezra in Ulm, just lined up everything and just knocked them all down. So it has been a total and complete success. And damn, I'm just blown away at how fast this year has gone. And I know everybody thinks the same thing when they go abroad, but I just cannot believe that I'm looking at my last 3 weeks here. It felt like it was just a few months. It feels like literally it was like 4 or 5 months ago where I was getting into Tübingen, going to Horb, staying with the host family, doing the Hesse Kolleg Sprachkurs for 6 weeks, going to Tübingen, meeting my family at the airport, showing them our new home in Tübingen, traveling to Belgium, starting the winter semester, starting up all these different classes that are like later in the semester, but they all end at the same time, and then having that one break to go skiing, and then moving to Ulm, having a couple weeks, starting the semester, busting ass, getting Ezra into the new kindergarten, taking a break, going to Norway, going to see my host brother Andreas, my brother Andreas in Hamburg, coming back, studying, and then boom, here I am now. So this is kind of like hey man, this is kind of like the icing on the cake right here. It's kind of like tying that last bow right there. Yeah, a lot of mix of emotions, but everything is really going great so far. It's been a pleasure studying here. It really has, to be able to experience the German university system, and to be able to say that I studied mechanical engineering out here, along with the Germans, taking all my courses in German. It's not like a little program where they tailor to your needs. Everything's taught in English. I think I've only had like 1 or 2 classes that are taught in English. Everything else is German, so it's the real deal. It's not like, some people, they go study abroad and they never even learn the fucking language. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but they never learn language, and that's cool too. But I feel like you really get the real full experience if you're actually learning the language. It's all tied into the culture and the people. To really understand the people, you got to be able to speak their language. And but it's all a journey. I mean, I came here with not very much knowledge of German, and I've learned quite a bit, so it's been great. And I applaud people who come to the United States to do the same thing. Maybe they don't speak English at first, but they're trying, you know, they're here, they're there in the United States. I mean, because they love the culture, and they love the people, and they want to learn the language. So I get what it is to be an outsider. I totally understand what it is now to be the foreigner, to be the Ausländer, and it's just changed my perspective. So it's just enlightened me, really. You know, I feel like maybe I've had the same perspective on immigration or whatever, but it definitely has given me more it's good. Everything's good, man. I love it. I'll see you guys soon. I'll let you know how the test went.